clearance show today. So this is really fun. We've got a ton of clearance items. I've got gemstones, gold filled, sterling silver, like stuff that never goes on clearance. I have for this Art Beads clearance. And I have the amazing team of Eric and Michelle in the background to answer questions, help with sizes, because if you've joined us for a clearance or a warehouse event before, you know things go really quickly. Things sell out quickly. There's lots of questions. It's a ton of fun. And I've got about 100 different items to show you, and there's a lot more items on clearance in addition to what I'm going to show you. So if you love gemstones, check out all the gemstones on clearance, not just the ones in my show. Same thing with like sterling silver, gold filled, really beautiful pieces. Great time to stock up on some of these guys. And I see Tina is here. Hello, Tina. So good morning, everyone. Santa Barbara girl, hello. Good to see familiar names. This is going to be fun, and I think it's going to go really quickly. So if I accidentally don't get to something or you need me to go back and re-show it, let me know. I'm going to talk for a few minutes because I see we're getting a lot of people who are just joining us right now on this clearance. So we are going to have so much fun. I see Piper's here. Hi, Piper. It is always so much fun that we have on these shows. So let me tell you, if you are new to our platform and just catching us, a little bit on how this works. I am live. It is Wednesday morning where I am. I'm on the Pacific Coast. I'm in California. And this is live. So if you are on artbeads.com, you can comment and I can read your comment live. It pops up on my screen. I try to get to it before it scrolls away, but we have Michelle and Eric in the background who can help. But I see Leah's here and Denise. Hello. If you are on one of our other platforms, you're watching this right now, you're over on Facebook, you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description of your video. If you click on that, you can come over to Art Beads, you can comment live, and you can shop, which is particularly important with a clearance sale because things do sell out quickly. And some items I have a lot of, some I don't, and I actually don't know because I had 2 items sell out before the show even started. So I know that these things do move very quickly. Hi, Terry. Hi, Laura. Okay, if you like what you see, there's a little heart button. If you want to share it, there's a little arrow button. That shopping bag icon is super important because it has everything in the show preloaded, so you can get a sneak peek at what I'm talking about, or you can learn more about the items. You can go on that shopping bag icon, click on the product, and it'll show you everything. So, are you guys ready? Let's go ahead. I know Michelle and Eric are going to be busy popping up banners. So let's see what's on my table. There's my backyard. And I have to tell you guys, I think my squirrel Jeff is actually Jeffette because I think Jeffette had babies because now I've got 2 baby squirrels running around my backyard all day, which is so fun. Okay, so guys, look at all of this. I've got tubes and chain and focals. It's so fun. Yes, Eric, Jeffette, they are the cutest little baby squirrels and they keep falling, but they seem to be okay. But I think they're learning their boundaries on if they can jump out of the palm tree and land. It's just adorable, but they seem to be very happy little squirrels. Okay, guys, let's just get into this because we have so much to show. And so let's just start. And I'm going to start with one of my favorite items. Yes, Piper, baby squirrels, and Jeffina. Oh, Jeffina is a nice name. So I asked the boys, my boys, what they wanted to name the baby squirrels. And they said Bob and Joe. So I guess they're naming them Bob and Joe. All right. So first up, I have these beautiful Druzy gemstones, and I'm going to actually shift my light a little bit here to hopefully catch the pretty color here. So this is really beautiful. And you see, it is a bead. So you're going to be able to use this in your necklace designs, your stringing designs, your bracelet. If you want to do a focal, you can do wire wrapping around it, anchoring it through that center. And you actually get 4 of these. So these are beautiful Druzy gemstones, and they're on clearance. So everything in the show is on clearance. So it's a really, really great price. So these are beautiful. So I want to show these. These are absolutely one of my favorite ones that I get to show today. So you get 4 of those. So I think they'd be beautiful focals, or you could put them into a design all by themselves or together with something else. Okay, so those are lovely. And I think for my sanity, I'm gonna go kind of from the bottom up. So I also have a ball chain. So ball chains are nice. These are actually one of the first chains I started using because they're so easy. There's a nice long ball chain right here. And it does come with the little peanut already on there. So I think that's the cutest name for these. So to latch it, you just put the little one in there. Oops, if this will work for me. It should just go in there. Oh my gosh. Live TV. There we go. Oh my gosh. Well, that is a secure latch on there. So it comes, so you have the complete chain. Hi, Mary and Ellen. Okay. And Denise is here too. It's good to see such fun, familiar names. Okay, so there's ball chain. And there's actually other ball chain too. There's another one. So this is like an antique silvery color. This is more of like a antique bronzy color right here. Oh yeah, I think it's called a peanut piper. If I'm wrong on that, someone correct me. Yeah, I think I always called those little peanuts. This one comes with it too, so there's another nice one. So this is fun. This makes instant jewelry, or if you're giving gifts, makes life a lot easier to already get the chain. But it's a nice long ball chain with that little peanut. And then I also have a cut ball chain that doesn't have the peanut, so you'd buy the length that you want and you'd add the little clasp, or you'd make this into a design. I don't know if anyone has done this before, but what I used to do is when I was making magnets, I would put this around the magnet. Like I would have like, oh my gosh, I'd have like a focal, and then I'd put the ball chain around it to make like a little decorative edge. So there's lots of things you can do with ball chain in addition to, of course, using it as a chain necklace. So there you go. And this one we'll look at too. This is a nice little cabochon here that's very pretty. You see all those colors. It's almost very glittery looking. And it's flat on the back, so you can glue it. Oh, thank you. So Ellen's saying, so Denise was saying that she didn't see the shopping bag. Ellen was saying if she reloaded the page and the shopping bag shows now. Oh, perfect. Thank you guys for helping. Okay, I'm going to keep going because there's so much to look at. So then we've got these really pretty for people who love crystals. I'm going to try to get them. My hands, I know, are a little bit off screen right now. Okay, so we have these 5mm olivine crystal beads. So these are really good and versatile. And I love this green color, and you get a bunch of them. Okay, let's see. We'll try to see. So Eric, can you confirm, I'll talk to Eric here, that we do have the shopping bag on the clearance show? I know sometimes the clearance shows are formatted a little bit differently. So I'm just going to make sure that Eric can confirm that the shopping bag is loaded how it normally is. So lots and lots of fun beads. Definitely a Rosie. Oh, okay. And Michelle's saying she can see the shopping bag. But Denise, let's keep trying to help you. So reload. There should be like a little refresh button up top. I think that might do it. So these are 5mm. And there's a little olivine preciosa crystal round bead. So a nice size on that one. And then I also have a preciosa pearl here. And this is a nice kind of, I don't know what the actual technical name of the color is. I can't remember. But to me, it's like a light gold. This looks like a light gold, little 4mm pearl. Yay, thank you, Eric. Okay. And Tanya saying she can see the shopping bag. Okay. Good luck, Denise. We'll keep trying to help. Keep asking questions. All right, so this is a pretty little 4mm pearl in a really nice light gold. And because I can't help playing, you guys know this, look at the two together. Look at the olivine color with that light, nice pearl. And then I'm going to show you another thing that's on clearance that would go so well with this. We have this beautiful pendant. So this is a lovely, lovely pendant. I'll put it right there so you can see all these colors together. Damiana So this is a beautiful crafted pendant, and look at it with those colors. So we're just going to build a design here as we're doing it. So you can put those guys together, which would be gorgeous. There's also some red in this. So if you wanted to, another item we have on clearance here is this beautiful red pendant. So this is a nice drop. It's not that heavy. You could actually do this for an earring too. There's also these red heart beads. So we've got the nice little red heart. So you could do that because this might be a little big for it, but if you had those cute little red hearts, there's also these little red lucite flowers. Now that would be pretty perfect with it, because if I can hold this up close and we see what the little red flower looks like against it, we're really building our design out here. So that would be really nice. So you got this little red lucite flower. Again, everything is on clearance. So if you're just joining us, I know we just had a bunch of people join us. This is a special clearance show. You can see all these goodies. I mean, there's so much fun stuff here. And it's all at really big discounts, limited quantity. So some of this is going to sell out during the show probably. So if you see something and you love it, definitely snatch it up. But I'm having fun designing with it because I can't help myself. So these are the olivine preciosa round crystals, the preciosa pearls, this pretty little heart bead, and this beautiful focal that looks so nice together. Now we could take the red out of here because we're just going to keep playing as we show these. Then there's this other pendant by Gardan. So here's another nice focal, and this is a moon. So it's got the top hole here. So this would look nice with it too. So you could even pair those together. That'd be really pretty. So, and Shirley, I see your question about where are the pearls. So I know Michelle will be able to pop up a banner, and that can definitely help. Hi, Susan. We're doing a clearance show today. All right, and Michelle is going to work quickly and frantically to try to pop up banners because we've got so many beautiful things to look at. Okay, also going with this, there's another nice item that I really like. Look at this guy. So you get 6 of these. These are little preciosa flower crystal pendants. So if we look at them, I'll put these pearls in green down soon, but they all seem to go so well together. So these are beautiful little flower pendants, and that would be very easy to just put a jump ring through. Oh, yay, Denise, it worked. Okay, great. Okay, so how pretty is all of that? So you have an instant design right there, just off of clearance items. Okay, so I'm going to put these guys down. Kind of keep track of what I'm looking at, but these really are beautiful. Look at that sparkle. And you do get 6 of them, so you get a nice amount of those little flower crystals. Okay, we put these guys all down. Oh, yes, Susan, good remark. Yes, we can see the original price now. Yes, so when we did a clearance show before, the clearance price kind of like overrode the regular price. So you couldn't see what a discount it was, and we've been able to find a way to show you what the retail price is and then show you the clearance price too. So yeah, and that's great, you guys. This is what we love about doing these live shows is we get instant feedback, instant suggestions, and it makes it so that we can hopefully offer a much better experience. Okay, we're going to keep looking at goodies here. So these are beautiful glass beads right here, and they're this beautiful like frosted AB. Look at that. I love this. This is one of those beads that I think if I didn't see it in person, I would not be able to tell how gorgeous it is. Look at that glow. Okay, because we're playing, I would then put this with this other Gardan pendant. So this is another Gardan pendant. It's got 2 holes though. So this is going to hang more like this, whereas the other was more of that moon shape with the single hole. So here we go. So that would look so pretty with that together. Very like ethereal, very like moon and mystical, and beads are rolling everywhere. What else could we put with this from this table? We could bring in this. I have this really pretty strand of check glass beads right here too. And so this could be really pretty as we build out this design. So if you see that, you get the whole strand, which is a really nice, kind of, this is almost like a neutral. This is a nice color that will go with a lot of different things. And then what else could we pair with it? Because we're just going to play. Oh, well, you know what? I was going to bring this in later because I have a whole section of sterling silver and gold filled. But as we start to look for a clasp, we could put a really pretty sterling silver toggle clasp with this. I know this has the gold right here, but I feel like we could do the silver still. Oh, hello, Moni. And then how about those beads with the moon face? Oh, I think, Santa Barbara girl, I think you're talking about the Raven's Journey moon face beads. Yes, those would be perfect. And the beads are glass. So are all the beads glass? I think all the beads I have in this show, with the exception of this little lucite flower bead, are glass. And most of all the beads at Art Beads are glass. If they're plastic, we'll definitely say it. We'll say like lucite, or if they're not of glass. But these, you can kind of hear it. That sound. These are glass. But look at that sterling silver clasp. I love this. So this is sterling. It's a nice little toggle clasp. And it's got that. And I love the little chain. I like the little chain that's attached to the toggle. I think it's a nice little element. All right. And yes, we have gemstone beads too, Piper. Let me pop those up right now. Those would be fun to look at next because we've looked at some glass beads and some pendants. Okay, so for the gemstones, I'm going to say this wrong, guys, because I always do. This is a 6mm matte star cut. Oh, sardonyx. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this is this is cool looking. So it is matte, but you still can see a little shimmer when we twist it. And this is a really interesting gemstone. And you get a lot of it. This is quite a large strand. So look how pretty that is. So that's one of the gemstones. For those of you guys who joined us a little late, the first item we looked at was this beautiful Druzy. And you get 4 of those. And this would be nice because you can stitch this onto something for bead embroidery. You can wire wrap it because it's got the hole through it. Oh, Piper, thank you. I'm glad it's the correct pronunciation. Oh my gosh. Okay, I never know with the gemstone beads. I struggle, and I'm like, I should know how to pronounce these, but I know that I don't. Okay, I have an Australian chrysoprase lemon 6mm. So this is what this one is. So it says lemon, but to me, it also has a lot of green in it. And I hope that's picking up on the camera. So it has, to me, like a light lime green to it. It does have some yellow too, and some white tones. So this is really pretty. Oh, hello, Carla. Thank you for joining us. We are fun. We always have fun here at our lives. And there's a live every day of Monday through Friday, which is fun. Okay, so this is really pretty 6mm gemstone. And I have one more gemstone to show you. And that is this guy right here. And I believe that this is a quartz. And you can see how pretty that sparkles in the green. So how do you use matte beads? Great question, Susan. So I use them just the same as I use regular beads, and I use them for contrast. So when I'm designing, what I look at is if you want your design to kind of pop, one tip is to use high contrast colors. But you can also create contrast with your finish. So you see how these are both kind of in the green family, but because one is matte and one is shiny, they create a contrast in their finish. So this is especially true, I find, like if I'm doing loom work or I'm doing bead weaving and I want my pattern to pop like a peyote bracelet, I will often put a matte bead into the design just to create a different element so that when I look at it quickly, it reads the way I want it to read. So like this is really pretty together, but you see how that matte and the shiny really work well together. Okay, what can we add to this? What pretties can we add to this? Oh, we can put this tiara cast pendant in here, this would be pretty. So here's a lovely terra cast pendant. It's got that nice lotus on the back. I'm gonna move my light a little. I feel like I need to shine it. Ooh, there we go. Oh, that's much better. Okay. So here you see that. And then how pretty is this working up? So then you've got that pendant, you have the gemstones, and then Michelle is saying she's thinking the patina wings. Okay, let's see what the patina wings would look like in here. Oh yeah, that would be nice. You could take out the gold. You could put in the patina. There's another patina as well. There's a crown. So these are a couple patina pieces. Now I did a whole show just on patina items a couple weeks ago, and I loved it. I'm actually wearing some. Here, I can show you. I'm wearing one of the earrings that we made in the show, and these patina pieces are so fun to work with. Okay, so that would be really pretty. You could do the patina wings or the patina crown. Now you could use this as a necklace for sure, or a bracelet, but I feel like you could also cut the strands and make earrings too. So these are really lightweight, the patina pieces, and I see all the hearts. So I think everyone loves Michelle's idea of the patina. So you could cut it and you could definitely do a couple beads, a little wire wrapping, and have these as your focals hanging below for your earring design. Really pretty. Okay, what else do I have that would match these gemstones? Because I'm having fun with the gemstones. Okay, let's see. Let's put the patina back. Well, you know, we have in this show, well, you could add a wood bead. So there's a wood bead that's part of the show too. If you wanted to kind of bring in a brown color, that could be pretty, a nice earthy element. Oh, I see all the hearts. I think people are liking the wood. So yes. Okay, so we could do the nice wood tone. You get this whole bag. You get a ton of these. How many are there? It doesn't say. Well, there's a lot. Oh, 100 pieces. Okay, you get 100 wood beads. And these are on clearance too. I just saw that Michelle put up the banner. So we could definitely start to create more like a boho look here where we do the wood, the gemstones. What else can we play with? Oh, so this is interesting. If you were going to do some wire wrapping with this, I actually have wire in this clearance. So this is Art Beads Designer Wire, 26 gauge. So this would be really nice to create your own gemstone chain, but look at the color. It's olive, which is so cool. So you could even do some wire wrapping with olive, which would be neat. So you could do that. We also have, where did it go? This chain. So you could pull in a chain if you wanted to, and you could do some little links and drops, but that's a nice change. Oh no, the crowns have sold out. I'm sorry. I know things go really quickly in the clearance. Okay. And then Michelle just said that there are only 2 strands of this gemstone left of the chrysoprase, hopefully I'm saying that right, lemon of the matte. But I think this would be a pretty design right here where you've got the 2 gemstones, the wood beads, and then this is neat because this is chain and your clasp. So you got a couple different clasps and jump rings and chains. So you can make several different projects using this pack here. I see Michelle just put that banner up too. Yeah, the chains include the findings, which is really nice. I have 2 of those in this show. Let me put these guys down. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep playing with them. I love like sets and kits and things like that. So there are 2 different of these chain sets. So you get 36 inches. So you could make like 2 18-inch necklaces, or you could do a 20 and a 16. You could do lots of different things, but they come with findings that exactly match, exactly fit. You don't have to guess if it's going to work. You know that they're going to work and they're all there. So I love, love, love. And Michelle is saying there's a chart on the back. Thank you. So on the back, it can show you if you want to do a collar length, it's 12 to 13 inches, a choker, 14 to 16. That's super handy. All right, so I'll give you some direction in terms of how you want to cut it. But there is a really pretty like antique copper and an antique brass. And I love those. Okay, and then that we could bring back our pendant here because this would go with either of them with that pretty focal. So great question, Cindy. I see it. I'm going to let Michelle see if she can find that information for you on those because I don't think I have that info on the packaging. All right, so those are super pretty. What else do we have? Okay, so I know, so we were talking about kind of gold and olivine. I've got this pretty Preciosa drop bead. And so that's a really pretty like drop crystal check pearl. So that's a nice color. That would go with a lot of the different things that we've been talking about. I have some other pearls too that we can look at. So these are nice. These are a 6 millimeter. They're bouncing all over the place. But they're a really pretty color as well. In person, they're like almost like a dark platinum or like a light brown almost. They're really pretty. They kind of have a silver and brown undertone to them. So they're really, really pretty. And then, I do have some ginkgo beads too. Are you guys familiar with ginkgo beads? If you're not, I'm going to open these guys up because I've got a bunch of colors of them. And I don't have my pliers. Okay, so these are ginkgo beads, and they're a neat shape. They're like what will let you do like a flower shape. So here you go. You can see what this shape is. This is the ginkgo shape. And these ones have silver on one side, like a matte silver, and then like a gray on the other. And they are a 2-hole bead. So I want to show you where the holes are. Let me put some of these away. I have a bunch of different colors of them here on this clearance. Okay, so I wish I had a head pin. I don't. But you have a hole drilled through here, and you have a hole drilled through here. So if you can see right there, those are those 2 holes, and this is where they come out. So these are great for bead weaving. So that's a really nice little 2-hole bead. Lots of different things you can do with them. You can actually stack them so they look like a mermaid's tail, like almost like fish scales, which is really pretty if you start to line them up because it works. They play very nicely together. So you can do almost like a stripe pattern of scales with them, which is pretty fun. And we're going to have to do a 2-hole bead show, I think. So okay, beads flying. Okay, here's another color. This one is a matte transparent Rembrandt. Ooh. Okay, so that's this ginkgo bead right here. And feels like they kind of are sitting in here. They're so full in this container. It's actually kind of hard to get them back in. Okay, I have white, just a nice basic plain white in the ginkgo. There is this color here, Jet Rembrandt. Here's Jet Rembrandt. So this one has almost like paint splatters on it, which is cool. This is like a jet base with a kind of like some brown specks and paint splatters, which is neat. Yes, a clasp on 2 holes. Okay, perfect. I love it. We'll do that. I know I want to do Superduos for sure, but I can bring in ginkgos as well. There's some other fun shapes that we can do. Yeah, I love the Rembrandt finish too, Michelle. Okay, so this one is another Rembrandt finish. Oh my gosh. This is a lot lighter though. This is transparent Rembrandt. So this is very golden looking. Okay, and I got just a couple more of these. This one, oh my gosh, this one is opaque white Picasso. Oh, hello, Marie. And the paper's saying Superduo class, please. Yes, we should. We should definitely, let's do a Superduo class. And then what I'll do is I'll pull in a couple other 2-hole beads so we can kind of learn about them and play with them a little bit too. I think Superduos are a really good foundation. And I actually have a couple Superduos here. I'm going to show you guys in a minute that are on clearance. But let's also bring in some ginkgos and other beads because there's so many to play with. Okay, so here's this last one, Amethyst Rembrandt. Okay, so that purple does come through. So it's purple, but it's also very antique-y looking. All right, since we're talking Superduos, let's look at the Superduos. And I've got some runaway beads here. Okay, so I do have, where are they? Okay, so here is a Superduo. So if you guys are listening to this conversation and are like, what is a Superduo? Here is a Superduo. So these are 5 millimeters by 2 millimeters. And here is what a Superduo looks like if we can kind of pull one out. So it's got 2 holes and is a little wider in the middle, tapered at the sides. Oh my gosh. And they're just a really fun, pretty easy to use 2-hole beads. Certain 2-hole beads are easier to work with than others. Oh, Carla's saying would love a Superduo class. All right, we have a class idea. Okay, so I have that Superduo. I have this one as well. This is a really pretty like golden honey color. You can see that color, so that's really pretty. And then Michelle is saying we have so many patterns for Superduos and ginkgos, and those are all free projects, guys, so you can always access those. Here is a Superduo, and this is a really pretty vitriol topaz. You can see all that color. I love the green that's coming off of that. So there's another Superduo. And then I noticed that I had a gemduo in here. We're going to look at all the 2-hole beads since we're on this. So this is a gemduo. Okay, so this is 6 millimeters by 4 millimeters. So this is a little bit bigger. This is a mini gemduo. Let me clarify that. So you see that this is a nice little diamond shape 2-hole in a really pretty purple. So this is a very saturated purple. So this is a flatter on one side, a little bit higher top on the other side, and it's got 2 holes going through it. So it'll let you do all those fun bead weaving designs where you jump up and around. Okay, I've got 3 more 2-hole bead tubes. Again, these are all on clearance, so really good prices. Okay. And if you need to click on that shopping bag to kind of get a sneak peek of these or learn more about them, that's available too. So these are nibbit beads. So N-I-B-B-I-T, nibbit. And I have used these in different projects to make really pretty like flower shapes. So if I'm going to try to kind of gently do this because these are 2-hole as well. But these link up really nice together when you want to do them in the round. So if you're going to do a little bead weaving with these guys and you want to make a little flower, you can kind of see how this is going to look. These are really nice foundation for starbursts, snowflakes, flowers, anything that you want to do that's round, and then you can embellish on top of them. So these are really fun beads. I like this shape a lot. Okay. And Michelle is saying, mini gemduo, I'm so biased. Yeah, we all have our favorites. It's kind of interesting how we all just, gravitate towards one style or shape. Here is another nibbit in a really pretty lavender. So these are cool. These, again, pretty easy to work with. I like this triangular shape. It is tapered at the tip and it goes wider at the back, if you can see that. But they're a fun shape, especially for doing circular projects. I like them a lot. And then there's one more, which is opaque bronze, luster, opaque red. And I'm so glad that the name is printed on here. We need more nibbit patterns. I know, they're fun. Okay, so you can see that color too. Okay, those are fun. Okay. So let's keep looking at more items because we got a lot to show. Okay, so I've shown these. Okay, let's see. Let's go right on because we've got so much to cover. So here is a really large scale clasp. I don't know if you guys have been seeing it, but the new thing now, I guess it's new, old is new again, are handbag dangles and charms and handbag accessories that are beaded. So this would be a great little clasp for that. Well, not little, great clasp for that. If you want to hang some dangles off your handbag, some beaded accessories. So that's nice. I have another large scale clasp. Look at this guy. This is cool. So there you go. It's both parts of it. And Michelle's saying she calls those keychain clasps. Yes. Really great idea. So this is pretty. This has got a really nice rope design, almost nautical. There you go. And then what else do we got here? I have a beautiful shell pendant. Look at this guy. As we were just talking nautical designs, you could do something. This has got nice scale to it. You could do something with these guys together. But you see the beautiful color there. And I know Michelle is trying to pop up the banners as fast as she can. Okay, another focal that I have here is this. This is pretty. This would be great to bead weave. So flat base, easy to glue onto something, whether you just glue a pin back and call it good. I mean, that could be a lovely brooch just as it is. You could also glue it to beading foundation and do a little back stitch around it or a little like bezel edge. Lots of things you can do with this. So that's a really pretty rose. You can see it's got nice relief to it. Oh, I see, Laura. Bronze luster beads with copper, rose gold, or antique copper. Let's see. This was bronze luster opaque red was this one. But so pretty. Okay, and then I have another pendant here. So this is a gardan. So beautiful enameled pendant. So that's pretty. And you know, when I see something like this, I have to start being, what can I play with? What can I do? So I could definitely do these really beautiful, those nice white frosted with a little bit of AB on them. That would look pretty on there. What else could we do with this one? I feel like we could do, well, if we wanted to, there's some, I'm going to show you guys right now. I have some gold-filled chain. You could do a pretty gold-filled chain with this and hang it from it. That would be nice. So let's go on and look at the gold filled because I have a whole section. So guys, I don't know if you can see this. I have a whole section of really, really sparkly flatback crystals. And then I have a whole section of gold filled and sterling silver. So let's go ahead and look at that as we kind of progress here. But here is a beautiful gold filled chain. And you can buy this, I believe it's by the foot. I'll let Michelle correct me if I am incorrect on that. Can you do a show all about the different shapes of those beads? Oh yeah, the 2-hole beads. Yeah, that's a great idea. I think we can do the 2-hole bead show kind of even in 2 parts. We could do one which is just kind of an overview intro describing the different shapes, and we could do another one which is project based. So a lot we can do. All right, so these are really pretty. And then, so that's one gold filled chain. And then we have a really pretty little fine, delicate one. So that's gold filled. And then this is, I think, my favorite. This is kind of my scale that I like. So this is a lovely gold filled chain as well. You can see that. Let's pull that out a little bit because it's so pretty. And it's very delicate. So this, I think you could do for earrings too, in addition to like a chain necklace. And then, oh yes, you can cash out more than once. I know Eric and Michelle can definitely help answer any technical questions about the shopping cart and cashing out. I know in these clearance shows, we definitely want to cash out while the items are there and available, just so they don't get sold out. But Michelle and Eric can definitely help answer those questions. Okay, so there's pretty gold filled. So speaking of gold filled, I have, this is an earring. You get the pair. I was just sent one, but this is an earring. Pretty little gold filled earring. All right, and I'm definitely seeing all the questions, Jen, about the 2-hole beads and the suggestions. I think I'll make some good notes after this show, and we'll talk about all the different 2-hole beads. Okay, so that's a really cute little earring. I also have this little link, which would be perfect for bead weaving. You can use this as a foundation. This is a gold-filled little link right here. So that's so pretty. That scale is so nice as well. So, and I love it that there's several different gold-filled items in the show. So really pretty. Okay. Then what else do we have? We also have a little J. So this would be perfect for me with my name. So the little J charm. And then what else? So then I've got some rose gold. So I'm going to put the rose gold items I have. And then I've got sterling. Okay. So these might be a little hard to see. Okay. So I have the teeniest little 3 millimeter 22 gauge rose gold jump ring. So that's a nice, nice size. I love the little threes. I then have this cute little like spacer bead in rose gold filled as well. And then I've got these 2 little beads with little loops on them. You can see that. And they've got like a little silicone spacer in them. So they're going to be like a little stopper bead that lets you use them as a bail as well. Yeah, J is for Julie's. Perfect. I know, I need that J. I need that on like a back of a necklace or something. Something really discreet because it's so nice and petite. I think it'd be a really cute little charm. Okay, so sterling. So this is beautiful. I have a sterling silver box chain necklace. And this is one of those things I was like, how did this end up on a clearance sale? Because this is beautiful. So this is a lovely pre-made necklace. It is sterling and it's beautiful. And you can just see how slinky this is. This is actually a lot like the necklace chain that I wear. Okay, so that's beautiful. You can see that up close. And then I've got another toggle clasp. So this one's really pretty and ornate. You can see, hopefully this is showing up. You can see that we've got almost like little vines around it. It does look like vines actually, but it's a really pretty, pretty toggle. And then we had that toggle from earlier as well that was oh so silver. So here you go. So a couple nice toggles. They're a good size, really easy to use. These are one of those things that you will definitely find a purpose for. So really nice little toggles. Oh, can we show that again? Yes, we can show the heart earring again. Here's a cute little heart earring. And I love these live shows because it's so nice that we can just ask things like that. Really cute little size. And there's how it latches. Okay. And then I've got a little sterling little charm right here. And I like it. It's got the sideways loop on it, which is nice if you're going to string a necklace chain through it. So like I have some chain right here. This is not sterling, but I have some chain. So it's nice the orientation of that loop because you don't have to add a jump ring for it to hang straight, which is nice. So that's a really pretty little charm right there. And then I've got, oh my gosh, I got some itty bitty things again. These are itty bitty, but they really come in handy. Okay, so I have a little sterling tube spacer bead. I have a little daisy bead cap. And then I've got this little bead as well. So tiny, but so pretty. All right. I've got something bigger. Look at this guy. This is a cool bead. So this to me is a focal. Let me see. I would probably, let's see, I'd put, if I can string something through here. Probably this is not going to play nicely when I'm on camera here. But in theory, you could just put some pretty beading wire through it. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that off camera. But it's got the hole that goes all the way through. You just need a steady hand. And you can put that as a focal, but it's a really beautiful silver bead. You can see all that, those lines and rope. I like the itty bitty things too. I always go for a little bit more. For earrings, I go bold, but any other jewelry, I go very petite. Okay, and this is a really cool cone. So this would be a neat bead cap, a tassel top. I would totally make a tassel out of this. I think that would be perfect if you're making handmade tassels. So that's a really fun one. You can either do chain and just attach your chain to a jump ring, hide the jump ring underneath and make a wrapped wire loop. Or you could do fiber, you could do textile, you could do ribbon. This would be beautiful, like a big ribbon tassel, or you can do like embroidery floss. But either way, it's gonna be really pretty. Okay, what else do I have? And then I've got this. This is a little 3 bead spacer. So it's like 3 beads all in one, or three spacer beads all together. So that's a fun little component. And I actually hadn't seen that before. So it's a daisy spacer, but this is not 3 individual daisy spacers. It's 3 all together. And Michelle is saying a trumpet, but don't know how that would work. I agree. It could be a trumpet, but I don't know how it would work either. Okay, and then I've got this. So I'm going to start kind of moving on to other stuff too. So guys, I've got lots of really pretty things. Here's another chain. To see this nice chain. And then I've got this bezel setting. So this would be a beautiful link if you were doing a bracelet. And what you do is you just fold these over. So it looks like a crown. And I usually use a popsicle stick. And I'll put my stone in here and I'll take a popsicle stick to fold over these guys so that they kind of go like this around your fancy stone or your cabochon. And then, I don't know, does this fit? Nope. Does this one fit? Yeah, so you set something down into it, whether it's a gemstone cabochon, a fancy stone, whatever it may be, and then you'll fold these guys up and over. Oh, and Michelle's saying just your nylon jaw pliers for this bezel. Oh, that's a good idea too. Okay. See, we all have different ways of doing things, which is brilliant. Okay, then I have this really cute little heart. We were talking about petite items. So this is a really cute little heart charm. And I see Michelle just popped up the banner. Don't forget we have that shopping bag as a resource as well, but I know Michelle is doing so good. And now I'm going to confuse her because I'm going to show 2 things at once. So here we have 2 really pretty bales. So what you do, if you see these little prongs, is you trap a bead inside of it with the prongs, and then you don't have to use glue, wire wrapping, anything like that. So you could do a bead or a pendant. Let's see if this works. Usually it does, but we'll see. So basically you just take a focal, you put it in one side, and then this one might not actually be wide enough because it's a little flat, but here, and then it holds your piece, and then you have a way of stringing a necklace chain through it. So that is how you use these type of bales. And you can trap a pearl in there. You can trap a crystal pendant, lots of different things you can do with these bales. And so there's 2 of them I have here. So there's a really pretty silver leaf. This reminds me very Lord of the Rings for some reason. Actually, both of these do. If you are a fan, this one has the little prong settings right there. And then this one. So fun and easy to use. And then I have a giant jump ring. So this is cool. I would embroider around this if it was me. I like that. Oh, Moni, I'm glad you think they look good together. They do, right? It's actually really quite striking. Okay, and then I got a really huge jump ring. So I've got that. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, I'm trying to see if I missed anything right here. I know I have to get to the wires. I've got a really cool bead mix still. I've got leather cord, and I've got flatback crystals. So this is huge. So this is satin rat tail, and 100 yards of satin rat tail. So I have used this for kumihimo. So this is a really easy thing to do for kumihimo. But you get a giant, huge spool of it. You can see there's a braid on the cover here, right there. So this is good for braiding and kumi. All right. And then I'm going to show you guys, I have a whole tube of Preciosa seed beads, large seed beads in this pretty brown. And then I have got so many flatback crystals. And then we're going to look at this cool bead mix too. Okay, so the flatback crystals. Oh, I also have leather cord. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to scoot this side here so we can look. Oh my gosh, if you are joining us midway through, this is a huge clearance event we are having here at Art Beads. So many items, including gemstones, sterling silver, things like that. And I'm showing you just a small fraction of what is on clearance. Okay, so if you guys look in the shopping bag, there are going to be a bunch of beautiful flatback crystals, and they are so sparkly. So I want to show you those. Some are hot fix and some are not. The difference between a hot fix and a non-hot fix, if someone is not familiar. So here, this is not a hot fix one. This is the SS20 Aqua. So this is a really beautiful one. Now look at that shiny silver back. This is how you tell the difference between a hot fix and a non-hot fix. See how it's completely smooth? Almost looks like the non-shiny side of aluminum foil. So it's just kind of like a smooth back. And then on the other side are these beautiful crystals. And they sparkle so, so beautifully. Okay, so that's non-hot fix. So you would use a glue. So maybe you're making a beautiful picture frame and you're adding some sparkles to it, or greeting cards, or whatever it may be. You would use a glue to adhere these. I usually use E6000 is what I tend to use. Okay, so that's non-hot fix, and we've got a ton of them in different sizes, and you get so many of these crystals. And if you click on that shopping bag icon, you're going to see all of them, because I think there's actually too many to show each one individually. Okay, so now let's look at hot fix. So this one here is the SS20, and this is the sun color. So if we look at this one, look at how the back is bumpy. It almost has like a bumpy grid pattern on it. So can you kind of see that when it catches the light, almost like a honeycomb or a grid pattern? So that means is hot fix. Hot fix essentially means it has a layer of glue already applied. It's a dried glue. This is not sticky in any way. It has basically a pre-applied layer of glue, and you would then use a hot fix applicator tool to heat up the crystal and heat up the glue. The glue would then melt and it would stick to whatever surface you were trying to stick it to. So that's the difference between hot fix and non-hot fix. But hopefully that was a little bit helpful if someone's not familiar with why one says hot fix and another one does not. And I'm going to have crystals everywhere. Okay, but really beautiful colors, lots and lots of these, just so pretty. You can see these different colors when we turn them over. This one here is Rose AB, size SS30. So it just sparkles so beautifully. All right, so I don't think I'm gonna look at each one individually, but definitely look in that shopping bag. There's emerald, a couple different sizes. The smaller this SS, so like SS12 is smaller than SS16. So the bigger the number, the bigger the crystal in this case. All right. Oh, I love it, Piper. She's used hot fixed rhinestones to bling a face mask. Very sparkly. I bet that's beautiful. All right, so lots and lots of different ones of these. I've got so many beautiful colors and packs. There's a light amethyst. If you love purple, that's in there. There's blues. There's that beautiful sun color. There's an olivine. There's like this looks like a blue zircon, indicolite. So that's a really pretty blue. Lots and lots of these gorgeous things. Okay, I've got just a couple more things to show you. Okay, so if you like making knotted bracelets or wrapped bracelets, there are some leather cord that you can get in really pretty colors too. And then you'll buy the length that you need of these different sizes. I think I've got a 1 millimeter, a 1.5 millimeter. There's a beautiful navy blue. There's an orange, a pretty lilac, an olive, and a mint. So these are all very nice leather cords. Great for doing knots if you want to do like slip knots and things like, not slip knots, what are they called? They're those knots that you make that are adjustable. This leather cord is great for it. It holds it very well. There's also this leather strip. If you were going to do like a choker or something, you could actually use the rhinestones on this. That would be really pretty for whatever application, or you can do a bracelet and you can add crystals to it, whatever you may like. I know, Michelle, I'm going really fast. You're doing so good with those banners popping up. Okay, I think I've got one. Oh, let's just look at the wire, and then I've got the last item. I saved a really fun one for last. Okay, so here's a 20 gauge Art Beads designer wire in orange. How fun is that? And I instantly think pumpkins for Halloween. I don't know why, but I think that would be really fun. 24 gauge orange. So there's a 20 and a 24 gauge. And then there's a 26 gauge olive green. And this is really easy, very forgiving wire. Great question, Debbie. I'm going to let Michelle answer that. Debbie's asking, if you order 2 of the leather, is it cut in 12 inches or does it come as one length? That is an excellent, excellent question. I'm going to see if Michelle knows the answer. All right, so pretty spools of wire. And then the last item I want to show, because I haven't had a chance to play with this yet, is this. This is a Jesse James Beads Mix in Noir. Oh my gosh. Okay, I got scissors. I'm going to dump this out so you get the whole bead mix here, but let's look at what you actually get in here. Okay, I see some fun things. So I see a couple different types of tassels. So there's one that has kind of like loops, if you see this. It's got little loopies on it. And thank you, Michelle, for being able to answer that. There's little more traditional tassels with just the pretty little edges right here. And then there's even these ones, which are like a silver and black. So this all comes in this bead mix. So there's a bunch of different tassels. And this is the Jesse James Bead Mix in Noir. And this is clearance too. Everything in here is on clearance. Okay. And then this has some really pretty focal beads. So here is a rose bead. Where's the hole? Okay, so the hole is right here. You can see that. So this is a pretty rose bead. Looks like you get a couple of those. And then I love this. How many of these do you get? You get, looks like 2 of these, super sparkly. And that's a really nice bead. And then a couple of these beautiful big flat ones. This is screaming earrings to me. So I would totally do this. And then I would put a tassel at the bottom. Any one of the tassels would look great. And then there's even these little cube beads as we're just designing because we can't help ourselves. There we go. How pretty is that? So you can just use some eye pins and call it good. I see all the hearts. What else could we do? What other earrings? Ooh, guys, look at this. There's leaves in here as well. This would be beautiful as a drop. I'm just going to do earrings because I love earrings. And then you've got this beautiful bead with the silver ends on it. Ooh, rose earrings. Okay, I see Moni saying rose earrings. Yeah, we could definitely do rose earrings. We could even have the rose earrings go down with the leaf because that does go really well together. I feel like I almost want to put something in the middle though. So there are some nice just, ooh. Look at these guys. Sparkly. So we could definitely add that in there if we wanted to somewhere. Kind of have fun with that. Lots. So I'm just going to put up some of the other bead shapes because there's actually a lot of different bead shapes in this one pack. Okay. And then there's these little like crystal spacers, which are super pretty. And then there's these little flat silvers, which are nice and kind of staples. There's some kind of paint splattered ones in here too. And you guys are probably hearing my new clock. My husband put it up yesterday. So we know it is 10 o'clock Pacific time. All right. And my beads are rolling. All right, I think, oh, and there's heart beads. There's a bunch of heart beads too. And this is all in this one mix. So this is a nice size heart. Cute. All right, guys, I think we covered it. My table looks thoroughly played with here. You guys can see all of this. So super fun. That was really fun to design together. If anyone came in late, you can always go back and rewatch the replay. We covered a lot. I think we covered about 100 different items. I definitely have my favorites. I think I loved starting off with this and the green, which was really pretty with the pearls. And then I hadn't even realized I had this drop at the time, adding that in, adding in one of these chains. I mean, it's fun when you can just create from the stuff that's on your table. All right, guys, I'm going to flip the camera up so we can say goodbye for today. Don't forget, if you have anything in your shopping bag, make sure you cash out. These are limited quantities. They definitely are going to sell out, some of them. So if there's something that you want, make sure you cash out. But let me go ahead and pop the camera up real quick. All right. Yay! Oh, camera almost fell onto me. All right, I love the hearts. Thank you guys for joining me. It was fun as always. I love it when we have different shows, when we do like a big clearance event or a warehouse show. It's always so much fun. All right, I will see you guys next week. So take care. Have fun, play around, check out the entire clearance section. It is huge. There's so many good bargains. So thank you, Carla. I'm glad you joined us. Everybody, I am here every Wednesday, but we have designers every day of the week, Monday through Friday. Join them. Bye, Piper. I'll see you next week. Beverly. Bye, Terry. Thank you, guys. You have a great day, too. I'm going to look at my baby squirrels. I'm so excited. Take care. I'll see you later. Have fun. Happy beading, everybody.